one day in June of 2015, Donald Trump makes his golden escalator announcement, and I'm sitting in my cubicle at Fox, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I just was like, this is it. So I just showed up as a volunteer in the Trump
Okay,
campaign.
it's not back up.
Yeah, I know.
So we all have that vision in our minds,
Yeah.
right, of the golden escalator
Oh,
and
yeah.
how much
Oh,
that
I
changed.
remember it.
Oh my gosh, right? The world changed
Yeah.
when he came down that escalator. What was it about that moment that hit you?
Yeah, so I think there was obviously the star power, but that was only a little bit of it. I think it was mostly about what he was saying. And I'm super conservative, and I thought wow, he's speaking to the base. He's speaking to the forgotten people in the movement, when he talks about trade and not wanting these wars and immigration and things a lot of Republicans had abandoned and been like, nope, we have to be for unlimited immigration. Nope, we have to be for globalization. And, it doesn't matter if all our jobs go to China. Nope, we have to intervene in the Middle East and send our troops over, And then he came and was like, no, 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 we're not doing any of that. And that just resonated. I thought, this is going to be popular. I had a feeling he would win. Everyone was like, no way, no chance. I was like, I think so. So I just start emailing the Trump campaign every day from my cubicle at Fox
Saying
until they
what?
finally accept me. Actually, the Trump campaign at the time had no infrastructure. There wasn't even a website. I kept Googling, I couldn't find it.
What do
So
you mean? It's
there was
15.
nothing.
You're kidding.
So yeah, Corey Lewandowski, what were you doing if you're watching this? So I was emailing the Trump golf course, Ivanka's clothing company. I was like, how do I get involved? Where do I go? And actually somebody from one of Ivanka's lines was like, here's the email you need, info@donaldtrump.com. And I was like, oh, okay. So I emailed it every day when I got to work. It was part of my routine for 2 weeks. No one ever responded. So I finally sent an email and I said, apparently the Trump campaign doesn't have anyone to check emails. I'll take that job and I'll do it for free.
Oh my gosh,
And they're
that's
like,
brilliant.
yeah, they're like, okay, come do it.
That took some cojones.
Yeah, I mean, it felt right. Yeah. It really seemed obvious to me. I know, it didn't really to a lot of other people, but it's like, oh, I have to get in. This is going to be big.
How old were you then in 2015?
24, 25.
That's what I'm saying.
25,
that's some
yeah.
interesting insight and kind of just a gut feeling for you to have at that age. No?
Yeah, yeah. No,
I mean, your friends weren't, no one else thought about that, it seems like.
No, I mean, I had just been thinking more about politics. I was reading a lot at the time, just kind of thinking what do I believe? I'm from Southern California. I've seen it change, all of these things. And it's it culminated in this one moment where I'm watching this man. I'm like, oh, this is going to work.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that email is the one that got the response?
Yeah. Yeah. One of the interns there was like, okay, we'll come by, John. Shout out to John. And I showed up and I was shocked by what I saw. There was nothing. There was 4 interns in a room. There was a campaign manager and his assistant, and it was just a huge floor that they used to house all the apprentice props. It was just nothing.
No way.
And I was like, this is the Trump campaign? I thought it was going to be offices and,
Of course.
It was just fold out tables. Yeah. Some phones.
So what did you do?
I just started with the interns, just opening mail, answering phones, sending people bumper stickers, just, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm shocked, actually.
Yeah.
For someone who runs such a great business. I mean,
Yeah.
many businesses, right? I mean, obviously he wasn't boots on the ground in that room organizing, but that's shocking that that's all it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a one-man show, so that was the campaign. And then watching it grow over time as it got more and more real, as you go through the primaries and then becoming a general election candidate. I mean, it was fascinating to see. It's like being the 4th employee at Google or something. You just watch this thing explode. And it was cool.
How did you specifically help it grow?
Well, I mean, I just did my job, but in just, you just work your way up. So since there was no one there, the first debate comes up when he says Rosie O'Donnell, the famous line. And I've been working there maybe a month, and Corey, the campaign manager, comes in and is like, hey, it's 6 a.m. I'm the only person there. He's like, hey, we have the first debate coming up. You need to go out and help the advance team. There's this guy, George, he'll hook you up. Just help him set up the hotel, check out the green room. They just need some help. was like, amazing, like, great. What's an advanced team? So I learned.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, sign me up. So I did that. And then, I'm on the road with George. He's like, what we really need is like a scheduler that like schedules for the candidate. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that too. So I was like, became the scheduler and like 1 o'clock, Mr. Trump departs Trump Tower, the whole day schedule. So I do that for a while. And then as the campaign's growing, they're like, okay, we have staff in all of these places that need hotel rooms and rental cars. And like, so we need you to book all their travel. So I became like that person. It just kind of grows. And then, as he's the general election candidate, Jared's like, we need a staffer with the candidate full time.
Oh my
And like, we
gosh.
all know you, we all trust you, like, you'd be good. Why don't you travel with them? And you'll be the contact and you'll make sure the food's on the plane and the people on the ground, and it's like, it just keeps building and, yeah.
No, no big deal.
No, I
No big
mean,
deal.
it
No,
just
but
like,
it
just,
evolved. It wasn't
yeah.
an overnight thing. Were there moments during that process where you kind of like on your, walk back to your apartment, it's like, I can't believe what I just did today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Several
Yeah. Are
times.
there any moments that stand out in
The first
particular
time
that
Donald Trump came in the office, the
Yeah.
first time I went on the Trump plane.
Okay, go. I need first time you came in the office, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the first time he came in the office, because you see him on TV, he's just this larger than life figure, and you're sitting there answering phones, Trump for president, and then he walks by, and you're like, oh my God, like this is real. I'm actually working here, and I'm actually, hopefully making a
Helping.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that was the first time, and then after that Rosie O'Donnell debate, I got to fly back on the plane because we went out in advance, and yeah, when I walked by him, Corey's like, this guy's helping us out. He's working here. And he was like, is this guy like a male model? I was like 25. So that always stuck in my mind. I was like,
Yeah, absolutely. I can hear him saying that. He's
Yeah.
just giving you like the once over. Like,
Yeah.
well, and he's tall. Well, how tall are you?